presentation on Bharti Airtel. Bharti Airtel Limited. It is the best telecommunication service company, which is a public company, which provides services to 18 countries across the globe. It provides services like GSM, 3G, 4G, LTE, and many others. It is the largest mobile network operator, and it is the third largest in the world with 325 million subscribers. Bharti Airtel Company was earlier known as Bharti Televentures Limited. It was founded in July 7, 1995 by Sunil Bharti Mittal, the chairman and MD of Bharti Limited, Airtel, and Gopal Mittal, who is the CEO of the company. It backs Adam Smith Award in 2012 for Best in Class Benchmarking. It brought 4G revolution in Bangalore. It also got Cisco Gold certification, and it has operating revenue of 341 billion. It works with a strategy of alive, inclusive, and respectful. They feel if we are alive to the customer's needs, then they can work in a very good manner. They feel it can be, if it can't be done, we can find a way. The CEO of the company.
CEO of the company, Gopal Mittal, was born in 1967 and he became the CEO of Bharti Airtel India in South Asia. He has an undergraduate degree from Madras Christian College and an MBA from IIM. After graduation from IIM, he joined the Hindustan Unilever Limited, and he also worked in Brooke Bond and several skincare brands. One of his biggest achievements in Hindustan Unilever Limited was Project Bharat. In 2006, he was rolled by Sunil Mittal to join Bharti Airtel as head of the marketing department. One of his major achievements during this period included segmenting customers to develop targeted offerings and bundling mobile handsets with Airtel offers. The company Bharti Airtel Limited follows a remuneration policy according to the Section 197 of Companies Act 2013. In the financial year 15-16, Airtel's chairman Sunil Mittal got a package of rupees 27.17 crore and its CEO Gopal Mittal got a salary of rupees 5.34 crore.
His salary package is a commission अलग है इनके.
According to National Stock Exchange report, Bharti Airtel is the seventh latest gainer in the share market. Now there is a financial statement of Bharti Airtel. First statement of P&L account. Next is balance sheet. This company followed the Schedule 3 Clause 4 of Companies Act 2013 by showing whole figure in rounding of millions. And as you can see, there is no decimal points in the figures. Now there is an analysis of deferred tax asset. Income tax department disallowed the deductions of company tax, why there is a difference in tax expenses and current tax, which is shown by deferred tax liability 32,784 million. Now there is some long-term debts in the current liability, as these are due within the 12 months. That's why they are shown in other current liabilities. Now there is a exceptions items that is of 66,799, which is mainly due to fee provisions of 2,659 million.
ये क्या है? वापस जाओ. Exception item मैंने 7 बताई थी. तो 7 में से होनी चाहिए कौन सी है?
About return of provision, reversal of provisions.
Okay. And second one?
I was actually matching the
वो है change of legal changes with retrospective effect. इनके कुछ retrospective effect से लगे थे चीजें, ये वो है. चलिए next.
This note to account shows us how the company treats its inventory. As we can see that the company follows accounting standard 2, that is valuation of inventory, and its inventory is valued at lower on cost or net realizable value. Also, we can also see that the inventory value is determined on the basis of FIFO method. Earnings per share. The basic and diluted earnings per share of the company are the same, since the company does not have any convertible preference shareholders or any convertible debentures. In the financial year 15-16, it came out to be $18.88 million. Dividend. In the financial year, the board of directors in its meeting held on April 28, 2015, proposed a final dividend of rupees 2.22 per equity share of rupees 5 each, which was 44.4% of its share capital for financial year 2014 and 15. The CDT which was paid by the company this year was $1,107 million. Cash and bank balances. The checks on hand and the cash in hand which the company had were 55 and 166 million respectively. Debtors. The company has followed a policy of separating its good debtors and its doubtful debtors. The good debtors of the there is no provision made against the good debtors of the company, but there is a provision of 100% made against the doubtful debtors